you are in desperate need of a haircut due to the coronavirus lockdown, go ahead and click like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Rorschach's Comics. Today we're going to take a look at what is one of my favorite Superman stories, Superman Godfall. Godfall came out in 2004, was written by Michael Turner and Joe Kelly, with Talent Claudwell and Michael Turner providing the artwork. It was a 6-issue miniseries that was spread out over the three main Superman titles that were going at the time. The story opens with Kal-El riding, it's basically a Tron bike, underneath a beautiful setting red sun, and dreaming about what it must be like to fly. You see, Kal is living on Krypton, which has been seemingly saved from destruction by his late father. He has a good job with the government, he has a beautiful humanoid wife named Lila, and things are going well for young Kal. Until on his way to work one day, a group of non-K, or non-Kryptonian aliens try to kill him. You see, things aren't the greatest on Krypton these days, at least if you're not a Kryptonian. Most non-Kryptonians are looked down as second or third rate citizens these days, and many are forced to live outside the city in camps, and young Kal is looked down upon by the rest of his Kryptonian peers for daring to be married to a non-K. So, he's riding his bike down the street, these non-Ks try to kill him, and in the midst of the fight, a beam of yellow sunlight breaks through the clouds, granting him heat vision for a time, which he uses to dispatch his attackers. Now, take note of what I just said. It was yellow sunlight. Krypton does not have a yellow sun. Krypton has a red sun. So, he escapes, he returns home, he tells his wife about what happened while his attackers go back to their lair and lick their wounds. Now, later on, Kal and Lila are walking through beautiful floating gardens, talking about, how Kal he doesn't have a sense of fulfillment at the moment these days. He feels like something is missing. When once again he is attacked by non-Ks, and again yellow sunlight breaks through the clouds, this time granting him flight and super strength. He takes on the attackers, crashing through the window, plummeting down to the planet's surface with one of them, where he shouts, "Leave me alone!" At the same time accidentally activating his cold breath and freezing the young boy who lives next door to him and his wife and the young boy's parents, killing them in the process. Kal flees while Prius, the sergeant of the Citizen Patrol Corps, vows to bring to justice the murderous alien scum that must have committed this atrocity. So, Kal is found by his wife, who promises to help him and takes him to the Terraforge. Now, the Terraforge, that is the laboratory where they control Krypton's weather, basically terraforming the planet, keeping it how they want it as this pristine paradise. They can control the weather, all that kind of natural phenomenon. Now, during the Terraforge, they embrace, and Lila takes his powers from him for herself, giving him his memory back in the process. You see, Lila is an Imperia, an alien whose every cell in her body is telepathic. For they're not actually on Krypton, but in the city of Kandor. Now, Kandor was stolen, miniaturized, and bottled by Brainiac before Krypton destroyed. It was saved by Superman, who has watched over and kept it safe in the Fortress of Solitude until his death at the hands of Doomsday. He then, of course, was brought back to life during the reign of the Supermen, and seems to have forgotten all about Kandor, which, to be fair, he had just died, been resurrected, fought off 4 other Supermen, so he was a little busy. But anyway. So, Lila leaves with his powers. She finds a way outside to get out of Kandor and into the real world, where she goes to Metropolis to become the new god of Metropolis, thinking all this time that the realm where Superman lives must be heaven, because he is their protector, their savior, blah 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 blah. So, Kal is saved by non-Ks. He tells them the truth about what has really happened, and they find a way to leave Kandor to go stop Lila, who is finding out that heaven is not quite what she thought it would be. They escape to Earth and find Lila fighting Brainiac. When she destroys him, her and Superman meet face to face, but are interrupted by Prius, who is enraged at what he sees as non-K filth at its peak, and also by the new power which he finds he can wield. He and Superman battle, a fight which is only ended by Lila when she has her Return of the Jedi moment, turns back to the light, defeating Prius, and then he and herself vanishing, and all but Superman believe them to be dead. The story ends with Kal and Lois Lane embracing, Kal promising to take better care of Kandor, and we see Prius off in a cave, desperately trying to remove the House of El symbol from his armor and vowing his revenge. Now, as I said, this is probably one of my favorite Superman storytelling was very well done. The artwork is masterful. Claudwell and Turner did a fantastic job together on this. The late great Michael Turner being one of my favorite artists. He's also known for his work on the Supergirl story and the Batman/Superman books, and also for the series Fathom, which he helped create. So that's all I've got on Superman Godfall. You can find it pretty inexpensively on Amazon. I got my copy at Ollie's for like $3. Now that wasn't hardcover, that was paperback, but still, for $3 for a whole story arc, pretty good these days. Like I said, artwork fantastic. If you find it, go ahead and grab yourself a copy of it. Something else I want to talk to you guys today about. I finally saw the new Star Wars movie last night, and it was not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, I'm still a great fan of the books and the comic books and the canon that was laid down, before Disney took over and ruined everything. But, I mean, it wasn't nearly as bad as I expected it to be. I liked it a lot better than The Last Jedi. It still doesn't, I mean, it can't compare to the originals, really. And I'm one of the few that, from what I've talked to anyway, that really enjoyed Rogue One. That's like one of the few new ones I truly did like. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about, if you're wanting to get comic books, if you're a collector, you're struggling to find a good place to get books right now for your collection, or if you're new and wanting to get into it, I've got two websites for you I want to talk to you about. One is tkopresents.com. I just found an ad for them the other day. What they're doing right now, because so many of the brick and mortar shops are shut down due to coronavirus, they are doing this offer where you pick the books you want, you go to checkout, you tell them the name of the store that you would normally go to, and they will give that store 50% of all the proceeds from your order. So that's something I think is really cool and will really help these small bookshops that, in my opinion, they're going to really struggle when it comes time to reopen because of all the capital they have lost with, Diamond's not distributing. DC's trying to figure out a way how to still ship its titles without Diamond. I think it's something that's really cool and I'm glad to see happen. Another website is comicburst.com. They're having a sale right now on almost all of their back issues. Almost everything is 79 cents. That's 0.79 cents. So you can, and they've got tons and tons of titles. I spent probably an hour the other night just scrolling through stuff, seeing what they had. Punisher, Marvel, there was Aquaman, Batman, Justice League, Avengers. Just about anything you can think of is on there, and it's 79 cents an issue. So go ahead, check it out. I think it'd be well worth your time. And with shipping being what it is these days, you can't beat 79 cents a book. You just can't. One of my buddies, I think he just bought 30 books off of there, and it was like $15. Altogether. So go ahead, check those two websites out. Now, I just want to put out there, I'm not getting any money for talking about them, promoting them. This is just something, I'm an avid comic book collector, and I found something that was really cool and I wanted to share with you guys. So just to be clear, I'm not getting any money from that. So, all right, I think that's it for today. I hope you're all staying healthy. If you can find somebody to cut your hair, kudos to you, because I'm not finding nobody right now. So, all right, have a good day, stay safe, and stay healthy. We'll see you next time. Bye.